I didn't want to say the name or invoke anything out there. I didn't want any darkness. I felt like
Keanu Reeves must be one of the nicest, coolest people on the planet, because no one has a bad word to say about that guy ever. He might be what we should all aspire to be. We should all aspire to be.
I'm telling you, kids, don't come to Hollywood. I'm serious.
Your camera.
Sickened by the standing ovation. I felt like Hollywood is just spineless, en masse.
That one statement, that one moment changed everything. A man who had eaten at every table in Hollywood, sat in every green room, cashed every check, and won every crowd, suddenly looked straight into the camera and told the entire industry exactly what he thought of them. And Hollywood never forgave him for it. They laughed, of course. They always laugh when someone gets a little too close to something uncomfortable. But then something strange happened. In February 2026, Jim Carrey walked onto a stage in Paris to receive a Lifetime Achievement Award. And instead of celebrating, the internet started asking questions. Not small questions, big ones.
I'm sick and tired of the secrets and the lies. It is the secret symbol of the Illuminati, and you're a part of it.
Because the man standing on that stage didn't quite look like the Jim Carrey people remembered.
I was like, I'm dead.
And somehow, one of the only people in Hollywood whose reputation is almost impossible to attack, Keanu Reeves, quietly started noticing the same thing.
I turned 16, I dropped out of school.
Because?
Well, my family had, kind of hit the skids. We were, experiencing poverty at that point, and we got a job where the whole family had to work as security guards and
The moment the footage hit the internet, people began pausing the video and comparing it to older clips. Something felt
what this creation is. And I ultimately found that even the me I created wasn't real, so that left me in an odd, precarious situation.
different. His nose looked slightly different. His jawline seemed sharper. His eyes appeared a different shade.
I found myself subjugating Jim Carrey for Andy Kaufman and Tony Clifton, and then at the end of it looking for Jim Carrey again and having trouble finding him. And at a certain point I realized, hey, wait a second, if it's so easy to lose Jim Carrey, who the hell?
Even small details caught people's attention. For example, the man on stage appeared to sign autographs with his right hand, but Jim Carrey has always been left-handed. Now, on its own, that might not mean anything, but the internet doesn't stop at the first observation.
Sick and tired of the secrets and the lies. It is the secret symbol of the Illuminati, and you're a part of it, and it is the all-mocking tongue. It's the symbol of the all-mocking tongue. And I'm sick of it. I want everybody to be in on the joke, man. You know what I mean? For years now, talk show hosts, people on television, people in sitcoms have been hired by the government to throw you off the track, to distract you, to make you laugh, and stuff like that, make you happy and docile so you don't know what's really going on.
People started digging deeper, and that's when things started getting strange.
There is no me.
There's no you.
No.
We're not here. This is a dream.
There's just things happening. And I don't believe in icons. I don't believe in personalities. I believe that peace lies beyond personality, beyond invention and disguise, beyond the red S that you wear on your chest that makes bullets bounce off.
Because just a few months earlier, Jim Carrey had appeared publicly and looked exactly like the same energetic performer audiences had known for decades, which raised a simple but unsettling question. What changed?
I'm being fairly serious, yeah.
Really? Why?
It depends. It depends if the angels bring some sort of, script that's, written in gold ink that says to me that it's going to be really important for people to see. I might continue down the road, but I'm taking a break.
To understand why this moment sparked so many theories, you have to understand something about Jim Carrey. He wasn't supposed to make it. Long before the movies, long before the red carpets, Jim Carrey was a teenager sleeping in a van with his family after his father lost his job.
You can't get mad. You can't let it get you, because you have to make a deal with everyone else, and it's almost unspoken that you are going to be over at some point by people who you may have done something nice for.
While other teenagers were planning prom or thinking about college, Jim was working factory shifts just to help keep the family afloat. Comedy wasn't a hobby for him, it was survival.
I'm not wearing no dress, man. I'm funnier than a dress. Just give me something funny to say. I don't even wear no dress to be funny.
When he first stepped onto a stage at a comedy club in Toronto, the audience didn't laugh. They booed. They played music over the speakers to push him off stage. Most people would have quit that night.
Why'd you write the scene so fast? You know, it's like, so you gotta take a step.
Jim Carrey didn't. He went back, and he kept going back, even when Saturday Night Live rejected him multiple times, even when television shows failed, even when producers stopped returning his calls.
Well, I met him socially in passing once, like 6-7 years ago, but then really just hanging out for the first time in London at the premiere of Sonic 3, yeah. His passion, his knowledge, allowing me to collab.
For years, Hollywood said no to Jim Carrey, until suddenly it didn't.
It's a wonderful feeling. I really took on a pretty big challenge trying to do my speech in French. So, I wrote it and I researched it and I practiced it like crazy. But, it's, then I watched everybody talking 1,000 miles an hour up there, receiving their awards. And I was like, I'm dead.
In 1994, something almost unheard of happened. Jim Carrey starred in 3 movies released in the same year: Ace Ventura, The Mask, and Dumb and Dumber. All 3 became huge hits. Overnight, the comedian who had struggled for years became one of the biggest movie stars in the world.
Sir Jim Carrey, every fake news is saying you are not Jim Carrey. That's true or not, please?
Studios were suddenly offering him massive paychecks. At one point, he became the first actor to earn $20 million for a single film. But fame comes with something else: access. When someone becomes that powerful in Hollywood, they get invited into rooms the public never sees. Private parties, industry gatherings, meetings with people who quietly control how the business works. And according to many interviews Jim Carrey later gave, those experiences changed how he viewed the industry.
One of the nicest, coolest people on the planet, because no one has a bad word to say about that guy, ever. He might be what we should all aspire to be.
Years later, fans began noticing that Jim Carrey's interviews sounded different. He spoke about fame like it was an illusion.
I don't want to be this character anymore. I don't want to hold up this avatar that you've created in the world. It's too much for me.
He talked about celebrity culture like it was a performance. During one red carpet interview, he even said something that confused the reporter interviewing him. He said there are no real icons, only characters people create.
That happens in a business that's based off of pretend, that seems like a setup is.
Everything that happens in a business, that's based off of pretend, that seems like a setup is.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, if Jussie Smollett and Lee Daniels for a living make stories that are not real, and they make them so good that people believe them and buy them, and that's what business they're in. Why would you think it would be weird if they flipped out and said a story that turned out to not be true?
At another appearance, he joked about secret symbols and the entertainment industry distracting the public. Some people thought he was joking, others believed he was hinting at something deeper. Either way, it made Hollywood executives uncomfortable because the industry loves performers who entertain. It doesn't always love performers who question the system itself.
Business, nothing is coincidental, or you would be hearing who's losing money. In all of these situations, it's only the artist that's losing. Somebody makes big money. When these rappers get killed, not incidental. Somebody made $100 million and now don't have to talk to that artist or none of their crew, don't have to validate none of their contracts. Now only got to deal with the mama, only got to see her once a year, and it's over. And the money goes up and up.
Eventually, Jim Carrey began stepping back from acting. He spent more time painting, more time talking about philosophy, more time living outside the spotlight. For a while, it looked like he had simply decided to retire from the chaos of Hollywood life. But then, something unexpected happened. He returned to voice a character in Sonic the Hedgehog 3. And during that project, he worked closely with another actor known for staying far away from drama, Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves must be one of the nicest, coolest people on the planet because no one has a bad word to say about that guy, ever. He might be what we should all aspire to be.
Keanu Reeves has one of the rarest reputations in Hollywood. People from almost every corner of the industry describe him the same way. Kind, quiet, professional. He avoids scandals. He rarely speaks negatively about anyone, which is why the rumors about conversations between him and Jim Carrey caught attention. Because when someone with Keanu's reputation starts asking questions, people listen. And when the Paris Award appearance happened months later, those rumors suddenly gained new life online. Instead of celebrating Jim Carrey's career, people began analyzing every frame of the Paris footage, comparing it to old interviews, comparing it to recent appearances, trying to figure out why something felt slightly off. Was it just lighting, makeup, aging, or something else entirely? The internet has always been good at one thing: turning small mysteries into massive debates. Whether the theories are true or not, the reaction revealed something interesting. Millions of people don't fully trust the image Hollywood presents anymore. Over the years, scandals involving powerful figures have changed how audiences see the entertainment industry. Stories about hidden power structures, celebrity influence, and industry pressure have become part of the public conversation. And when someone like Jim Carrey, a comedian known for speaking openly about fame, becomes the center of a mystery, people naturally start connecting dots. So here's the real question. Was the Paris appearance simply a case of fans over-analyzing a moment on camera? Or was it something stranger? Because in an industry built on illusion, performance, and carefully managed images, sometimes the line between reality and character becomes difficult to see. And maybe that's the most interesting part of the story, the mystery itself.